Welcome to Chit Chat with Ross
and Robbie, where we like to chat about shit we do.
Why are we talking like this?
I don't know, it's kind of weird, right?
Yes!
Freaky Friday!
So weird!
So freaky!
So weird!
Freaky Friday! Freaky. What?
Freaky.
What's up? Hi, what's up,
Freaky.
Paige?
Well,
Freaky
Robbie,
Deaky.
I really
Deaky?
even have no idea.
No?
No idea.
I don't
No
know.
idea. So here's the deal.
Okay. Lucille.
Freaky
Friday?
When you were in a relationship,
Oh, when? When
you-
was that?
whenever
When
that
was I in a relationship? That's what I'm saying.
when you were in a
Oh,
you are in a
God.
relationship,
Sure.
do you have the same type of relationship with different people?
How many people am I in a relationship with?
Okay, you've had more than one romantical relationship.
Yes, I have. I have to go way back in time to think about these things. Yes, I'm hearing you. And what?
Do you ever have trouble with that person because you're not speaking the same language?
Not even in a relationship sense. I know what we're talking about there. Oh. Sometimes that can lead over into other kinds of relationships, not even just romantical ones.
I don't even know if we were going now.
I have no idea.
Well, I thought it would be a nice thing to talk about the 5 love languages.
5 lovely languages. It's almost
So-
Valentine's. That's coming up. That's
See?
lovely.
5 love languages.
Like that.
So what are the 5 love languages?
I don't know. Like, is this the...
Like
I
French?
forget. Friends, oui, Italian.
You know, there's some like
Italian.
Italians. I don't think that's what it is.
I mean, they start pausing. I'm all
Italiano.
about them. Yeah.
Italiano.
What Italiano?
Not Italians.
Italian.
No, aren't there some languages that are more like apt to love? Like, what are they called?
No, you're doing it. Like,
I know, but I got off track. I
Oh.
got on something else.
there's another thing, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm not, like,
there are
there's
some languages that are like the love languages. But what I'm speaking of specifically is a book by Gary Chapman.
He's a singer.
It's not that Gary Chapman, but
Oh,
I
he's
did
a
think
singer.
that for a long time.
Oh, well, there's a singer.
Yeah. I did think that for a long time, but then was proven incorrect, which I hated. But anyway, so there are different languages that people speak
Or show.
or show or understand or receive or whatever.
Okay.
Here they are.
Oh,
Here they are.
wow.
I
Right
just
there
magically
they are.
appeared.
In the magic box.
Yeah. Receiving gifts is a love language. Quality time.
Oh, so this is not the one I thought it was.
Words of affirmation. Acts of service. And physical touch. So, to kind of define those a little bit, my daughter is a gifts love language person.
But does that mean she shows you love by giving you gifts, or she needs to be loved by receiving gifts?
Both. That's how she shows love.
She's a gift hoarder.
That's how Hannah shows love, is to give gifts.
Okay.
And it's also how she receives love.
Okay.
So if you give her a gift, she's gonna love you. Period.
Okay. Didn't know.
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
saying.
Good to know.
She's a gift person,
She's a
which
giver.
some people think that's kind of a
But she's a giver.
materialistic thing.
Does this person need to be a giver and also a receiver?
Okay, I'm not that well versed on all the languages, so let's just go with this right
Go
now.
with the basics.
Okay. Quality time. So
It's gonna
what's
be a part
quality
2.
time mean to you?
Spending time with my friends.
Right. Okay. So words of affirmation.
Your hair looks pretty.
Exactly. Acts of service.
Do you need a refill?
Exactly. And physical touch.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
So, do you find that you identify with one of these?
I know
more
that
than
I'm
the
a
other?
toucher. Like the thing about it is, so regardless, I mean, I think I grew up in an affectionate home. I feel like we did. We always said I love you, but we always showed it. Like, it wasn't like just words, which I
Yep.
think that's one of them, right?
Yep.
Words,
Words
yeah.
of affirmation.
So part of it is like for every word there needs to be some kind of action, you know. And so I mean, we always said we loved each other. We always hugged each other and kissed each other goodnight and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with that. That's what I knew to be norm. I stayed in church. Like, there was a big thing about church. People hugged each other instead of just saying, "Hey, what's up?" Like, they'd hug each other. And then I was in ministry. Same thing. Like, usually just greeting people. It wasn't always just a handshake. It was always you would give that person a hug and just say hi and whatever. And then I was like in a work environment that was non-ministry related. People not a hugger. And they're kind of like, "What's going on? Why are you doing that?"
So these are more about love languages, more based on like relationships. So,
But
like,
relationships are with friends and people
but I
you
think
meet.
these are
and,
more like romantic relationships.
I
But
don't
they're
think
not necessarily. No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be. But okay, maybe for me, this is what I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
Like, I was in a relationship.
Okay, yes you were.
I've been in more than one relationship in my lifetime.
It has been told.
One of those, quality time was a really big deal. I really wanted to spend time with that person all the time. It didn't matter what we
happens
did.
like when they're at work? Like, are you feeling neglected because you can't do the one-on-one because of circumstances?
I mean, I didn't feel that way when there was a reason, but you know, if we were both off together, I really wanted to spend as much time as possible with that person.
Sure, I got it.
With another one, words of affirmation were pretty cool.
Okay, and then we're back to, and this is what we need to do some more. This will be a part 2, folks.
Yeah, it will be.
We didn't do our research on this one. But I think the thing, so like what, words of affirmation is what we just did there?
Yeah.
Like, but then that is the thing, like, is that one of those things where you always need to hear it and that's it and you're satisfied? Or like, without giving it in return, do you feel like you're neglecting your end of the bargain? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
else.
I mean, like, our friendship's our friendship, but like, I mean, if I'm like, hey Paige, like, you look really nice today, I like your hair and whatever.
Words of affirmation.
Like, do you just accept that and go on and like, oh, that was so nice, thank you, Rob, whatever? Or do you then feel the need to like, well, I enjoy your shirt today?
It depends on what love language I speak.
See? We need to do more research.
So, okay, for instance,
Your necklace is cattywampus.
my necklace is cattywampus. Oh, would you like to touch me
Well,
so you
touch?
can fix
No,
it? So this is also an acts of service
I
because he is
can't.
actually.
It's not moving.
Okay, well, let me do this here.
Wardrobe!
Wardrobe, Charlotte. Okay, so
Okay.
maybe we're just going on off a tangent here. But let's
Right.
just say, I had a hard time communicating with my daughter for a long time when she was growing up because I just felt like she and I were not connecting at all. But once I read this book and once I learned about the gift thing,
Which you apparently forgot some of the book. Go ahead.
I don't
Continue.
know why I do this every day, folks. It's for you. It's
We love
for
you. We really do.
But
No,
there's also the love languages for relationships. There's love languages just for kids because different kids react differently. Like you can have two kids from the same family that they react differently to things.
Right.
Hannah was very gifty.
I feel my brother and I are very different.
Exactly. Hannah was very gifty. Ross was more physical touch. I could just love on him and kiss on him, and he was great with it. Hannah, don't touch her. No. Mm-mm. Give her a gift. She's good. And then quality time. Sometimes you just want to spend time with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm waiting. Well, you're getting there. Go
So,
ahead.
like in one
Okay.
relationship I had, acts of service. My most recent romantic relationship was more acts of service. It's like, take my car to fill it up. That means a lot to me.
Okay.
No,
No, it
the
does.
dishwasher.
No, I believe you.
And look, I mean, I guess it's different times of your life.
But well, let's review that. So we've had, let's say, 3 relationships. That in 3 different relationships, you've responded differently.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that says about you versus the other person in the relationship? Like, are you changing to accommodate that relationship, or do
No,
you
I think
feel...
it's just a natural change. Like as people grow up, they change. You know, because we're not the same people we were 5 years ago.
No, I get that,
Or
but
10 years
I
ago, 20 years
feel
ago.
that, like, as a 16-year-old, I responded to touch the same that I do now. Like, I don't feel like in my world that that's necessarily changed. And I would have to really review my relationships. I've had 4. I would have to really go back and review, like, what was the significant thing that was important for me at that time. But I would still almost... I can't think of why I wouldn't have been touched. Like, I just feel like that would be the most important thing.
I think
Like, words of affirmation are good, too. Like, that one fits in with me, too.
I think for me, it was the fact that I was with different people, so they had different love languages. So we tried to communicate. I don't know. Maybe we should go into depth a little bit.
Right. I think this is why this is a little bit deeper, because... Well, if you have any insights, we'd like to know them. If there's any other books that we should be reading to first take better on this material.
And I
please
have
let
to
us
admit,
know.
I wanted to bring my book and kind of review it a little bit, but it's packed.
Sometimes we do this
I've
on
gotta
the spur of the
unpack it.
moment. She is not packing. Well, she is packing. You're packing and going. You
Yeah,
are
but not on
packing
a
and going.
trip.
Well,
I guess it's
sort
just a
of.
trip of voluntary away, but yeah, you get into different relationships and you require different things from different people.
Or do you say the same thing, and then the reason the relationship doesn't work out is because they didn't have the thing that the other person had before them? There's a comment box down below. We don't know.
We don't know.
We are not experts.
Help
in
us
this.
out, please. This is why we read
My
self-help books.
Lord, give us an expert. We need.
I
it.
have spit all over myself tonight.
Okay, and twisted your
sorry.
necklace and everything.
I know. I'm just a
Folks,
mess.
we would like for you to like us.
We would like for you to share us.
Don't forget to check us out on YouTube.
We'll see you tomorrow on Facebook.
Bye.